Yeah, let's do it.
All right, well, welcome back to Critical Trigger. We got a special guest, the Bushy Road Springfest that happened in the summer. Champion himself, Mushi. What's
Yo,
going
yo, what's
on,
going
Mushi?
on? I'm good.
All right, so talk to me. How'd you get into Vanguard to begin? How did you start?
Well, I was always playing the TCG. I back all the way when Galahad came out. I scored. I was like the top deck, and I did actually very well. Went to some in-shop tournaments, won a few of them, and also even played like over a Zoom camera for like shops in Chicago and doing stuff, and won some of those too. So I was doing good, but then I actually went against some stronger people and started getting destroyed. So ever since then, I'm like determined to do good. So all the way back when to now.
Okay, okay. And when did you first start playing Vanguard Zero?
Actually, soon after it started, pretty much I was waiting for years. They kept announcing it and just breaking my heart every time kept getting delayed. So as soon as they came out, maybe a week or two later, I downloaded it. Never knew about Discord, never knew about any of the tournaments, so I kind of just stayed under the radar until eventually find out and went to the clan I'm in now, try to get in, got in with Galahad, and then ever since then, little by little, just getting into different servers.
Okay, okay. And then we get out now. I've seen you enter a lot of the circuits, the tournaments that I host every Friday. Although we're on a bit of a hiatus now. What was your highest placing in those, and what would you say the level of competition is like for that?
See, your circus is like a whole different level. You got like the elites of the elites in there, and it's just like you go in there not knowing what you're heading into, and you just get destroyed. I think the highest I got was like maybe third place at one time,
Mm.
and I've always tried to win, obviously, but you got like some of the big names in there, and they don't try to hear it. They're like, "Listen, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. You ain't making it here." So, it's rough, but I have to say your tournament, the Cocos, and they'll definitely train me to be a better player.
Okay, glad to hear it. So you going through the tournament circuits and trying to make a name for yourself, find some success. You hear about the Spring Fest. Were you a part of the first? I think it was the Summer Fest the last time. Were you a part of that at all?
No, actually, I did not. Well, actually, no. Wait, let me think. No, no, I don't think I was the first time. That's the one that Pat won. Yeah, no, I wasn't in that one.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one Pat won. But this
Yeah,
so
nah.
it comes back around after like a year hiatus. Were you instantly saying to yourself, "This is something you want to participate in," or was it something you saw just everybody else was hyped about, so you decided to just give it a try?
I was. I did want to join in. When they were saying that the you had to climb that ladder and rank high, I was like, I just don't have the time for that. My life, school, it was like, nah, you're not doing that. Sean. So even if I attempted to do it in the beginning, I always end up falling behind. So I'm like, okay, I'm not getting in that way. So I had to do these qualifiers. Didn't do well in the first or second qualifier. Um, the third one, I think so many people got in already that you can afford to lose a few rounds and still get in, and that's pretty much what happened. I didn't even know I got in to the last moment, and then I got an email. So I'm like, good, I'm down, ready to go. Time to start that training. And that's like a few days before.
Okay, so you find out you're in last minute just from placing high enough in the second qualifier to get invite passed down.
Yep, just enough as well too. I was like 37th or something like that. I think they let in like 50 something placed person, so it was
Okay.
like barely enough.
Yeah, I think I remember. I forgot who it was, but they were like, "Yeah, everybody check your emails. People are getting invites who was all the way down to like yeah, in the 30s basically." So yeah, yeah, I think I remember that, but I wasn't in the qualifier, so I got mine through the ladder grind, and I regret
Yeah,
every moment of it.
yeah. Yeah, you people are going out. It's like, man, I wish I could have, but that's like a guaranteed spot. But
It's guaranteed, but it takes so much out of you. You probably would have never touched ladder again after that. I know I haven't.
yeah. But yeah,
So
man, I was surprised to get that. At one time, I was just watching you and Coco training because I'm just like, nah, I'm not in it. I didn't know in the world I made it. Then like a day or two later, I got the email. I'm like, okay, how to train.
yeah, we was definitely on stream training. So talk to me. What was your training like? Were you practicing decks that you just knew you wanted to play, or were you just specifically practicing against decks that you know you were going to see? Talk to me about that.
The thing is, I actually didn't take it hard with training because since I enter so many tournaments already weekly,
Hmm.
I kind of played against most of the decks or builds that's gonna come anyway. So I know what was coming already. Um, I generally was worrying about what I'm gonna play because you had to take three decks. I was really only good with Novas and Golds. All the other decks I have built, I have the right cards. They just do not like me. So like Kagero was just like, nah, you have it. Shadow was like, no, I'll go sit down. And Aqua was like, no. So I'm like, okay, I have to make a third deck work. So I was training with my clan with Kagero because I'm like, if there's any deck that can work, it's Kagero. And just some alterations, some play tests with a few cards, and I got good enough to where I'm like, okay, this is a solid good deck. And that was like maybe a day before the tournament, I got comfortable enough to use it.
Okay, okay. And so, and just for the record, what was the three decks that you brought?
So yeah, I had Novas, the Blau, Golds, and Kagero.
Novas, Blouse, Gold, Kagero. That's four.
No, Nova is the Blau tech.
Oh, Nova
So
Blouse.
pretty much,
Okay, go. Which goes,
yeah.
Ezel or Liberators?
Libs. I went with
Okay,
Libs.
so Blouse, Libs, and then Kagero. Okay.
Yep.
Were you playing the new uh, Dragonic Overlord, or were you sticking with the regular Dauntless build?
No, yeah, I went Dauntless. Just stick with the original OG, carry me through.
Okay, okay. And let's fast forward. Springfest arrives. Uh, talk to me about your run through Springfest. What were they banning? Who were some of the people you were up against? Let us know what it was like.
So yeah, as soon as I went in there, the first match I lost, like straight from the door. It was this 0-2, and I'm just like, being a few members of the clan, we're just like, okay, yeah, we're probably not going to win this anymore. We lost the first match. No way we're going undefeated for the rest of the tournament. We're just in it for the gems. Like, so we're encouraging some of the other team members. Okay, yeah, you can do it because one of them won their first one. So I'm like, okay, I'm just playing for gems. Um, I didn't play anyone that I really knew until maybe like the sixth round.
Hmm.
So I just was playing people I didn't know, but I knew the builds. So I'm like, okay. And no one was trying to hear playing against Novas. I think I played it like maybe twice. But as soon as they saw my list, all I saw was Novas banned, banned, banned. So they're like, nah, ain't happening. Um, so it was just pretty much the libs and my Kagero carrying me through. Um, After the first loss here, like I said, my mentality was just gaining gems, but I was putting the record in. I'm like, okay, I'm 1-1, I'm 2-1, I'm 3-1, I'm 4-1, I'm 5-1. Then at that point, I'm like, wait, I actually have a chance at this. All right, let's do it. So the clan is like boosting me up. We're all hyped. They're like, Mushi, go for it. So then I end up going to get Ralph Shadow.
Hmm.
And as soon as I saw that name, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is trouble. I'm like, okay, here's a person I know is nice. And it's crazy too because I end up switching my deck from the one he banned, which was Blouse, but the switch didn't take, so it started. So I had to restart the game, and it was an automatic loss.
Dang.
So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, bad enough. I'm facing Rob. Now I have to 2-0 him pretty much,
Hmm.
and I found a way to do it, and I miracle that I did it. I passed him, and so I ended up being 7-1. and just placing eighth place to make it to the top eight.
Okay, so barely made it into the top eight. Which how crazy is a top eight cut out of about 200 players?
Yeah, that was crazy because like when I lost the first one, I was like at table 90 something. And then every time I wanted, the table numbers got smaller and smaller. Then see the table four, the top eight. I'm just like, this is crazy. Like I never would thought you would have made it this far. So I'm
Mm,
hyped up now. I'm ready to go.
okay, so top eight. You find out you're in top eight. I believe this all took place in one day, right?
Yeah, it was like 11 hours.
Yeah. Who was your first match, and were you? Did you have a feature match on stream at all? Were they all featured on stream?
No, the only one I actually was on stream was my final match against Lord. And that was the only person I actually knew in the top eight.
Oh dang! So you didn't know the first person you smashed up against?
No, I didn't know any of those people but him. So I didn't know their skill level, their play style. So I'm just like I'm going in this just knowing the matchup of the clan and just playing my best.
Yeah. Is that pretty much what the mindset was going into top eight?
That was it. I'm like, listen, I made it here by playing how I play, so we're just gonna keep this pattern going and kill it.
Okay, so you make it to the final match. You get on stream. What was going through your head? What were you thinking?
I'm just like, I made the finals. I made it here. I'm not about to just lose, get too old, get killed, especially on stream. Because it's like that's my kryptonite. I always tell Coco too, like, don't stream me, because that's when I lose. Chill. And so I'm like, okay, this is the finals. I got a lot of people watching this. Ain't no way in the world I'm just gonna get killed. And they be like, how the heck did this dude make finals? I'm like, what the play? And it was crazy because there was some people who was watching Luar's matches throughout the tournament. And they're
Mm,
like, this guy is just hitting triggers left and right, Mushi. You in trouble. I'm like, okay, I just got to give him all.
okay, and so I did not catch the stream of the final match, so I don't know how it shook out. Did it go down to game three?
It did. Yeah, the first game, Luar killed me. Like, I just had nothing. And he was just getting his pieces, and I just got destroyed. The second game was crazy game. I didn't have much in my hand either, but I was able to make it work. And I had all four PGs. He had three PGs before it was on Lovell. We was just swinging back and forth, and the crowd and announcers was going crazy, and I barely was able to win that one by like the skin of my teeth. And then the third match, I used my goals, and I just pressured him. That trigger started hitting, the stack power was up, so I kept the pressure going. I was able to finish it out rather quickly to get the win.
Okay, okay. And so once you saw you dealt the 6 damage, you were the winner. What ran through your head? What were you feeling?
I was I was in the house just screaming. I'm saying my wife next to me, she's like looking at me, she's screaming with me. She was supporting me all the way through as well. And we were just going crazy. I got the clan going off, messaging me in the clan chat. It was just unbelievable. I was like, you enter the tournament wanting to win, but then it's like you actually won. It's like, did this really just happen? Oh crap, yo, it's hype, as I'm sure you know.
Nah, but I mean, Springfest is like it felt. I think official because anytime the company that makes the game puts on a tournament, it just feels a little more official. Obviously, we got a big scene in Discord as far as tournaments go, and we pretty much been thriving by hosting our own events. But
Mm.
when the parent comes through and finally lets you get some time to shine, it just feels different, right? It just feels different.
Yeah, I mean, it is a different feel to it. I'm not gonna lie. You got a lot more player base, pretty
Mm-hmm.
much like you said. So yeah, winning a big tournament like that, it's like, oh man, young Mushi's, oh wow. So now you become like a name that people know. And it's like, oh wow, okay, oh Mushi's playing now. Let me watch.
Yeah, because you
But
said you didn't know a lot of the players, right?
Yeah, many of them, many players. I knew a lot who were joining,
Hmm.
but the ones I actually played, maybe two of them I actually knew and played against before. Other than that, yeah, just random
Yeah,
players.
I think I'm pretty sure it was some people from JP who had global accounts made their way over. So you kind of beat the world just a little bit, you know,
Just a little bit.
just
But
a little bit of the world. So
uh,
how's it feel to put on for like, cause like you said, you are somebody that our community knows. You knew a couple of people, but to be a champ from our community, like one of the bigger communities in North America, how does that feel that you could just represent? Like it wasn't somebody that none of us knew, a name we didn't recognize. Like it was you, somebody we all know, somebody we see in pretty much all of the tournaments that we see popping off in clan battles recently. Like how does that feel knowing that you pretty much representing just the larger community that's been holding it down for the year that Bushy Road kind of left us in the dark?
word, that felt good. That honestly, I thought about that too. I'm like, it wasn't just about, oh yeah, I won the big tournament. It's more like this is our area. I'm showing them where my training was from our community. So our community is strong. If y'all want to get strong, this is where y'all need to be. Y'all need to enter these tournaments over here, because that's where I'm repping from. So it felt good. That was kind of my thought process there too. Like this is where the big boys play. So y'all come over here, get stronger, get better.
I like that. I like that mentality. So what was the prizing?
First place was 100,000 gems. You get 4 copies of the special MLB card and a playmat,
Four
I
copies.
think. So, yeah.
IRL playmat or
Yeah, yep.
okay.
Real playmat, real cards. Yeah.
Oh, real IRL MLBs.
Yep, I didn't even know that either. Like I thought it was like in the game. I'm waiting for it, and somebody in the Discord was like, "Nah, Sean. I mean, you're gonna get well, you knew my real name, so it was like, oh yeah, Mushi, you're gonna get real cards." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Okay, that'll work. I'll take that."
Yeah. Did you get the 100,000 gems yet?
No, they're taking their sweet time, probably because they don't want to give me another boost for this tower event and go crazy. So they're like, "No, we're gonna hold off on
All right, all right. So, champ feeling victorious. What Legion comes out? What are your thoughts about this set? And if you get the 100,000 gems while we're still on this current box, do you plan on going in and trying to get, I guess, Seekers, Brawlers, or Genesis, or what are your overall thoughts on this latest set?
See, honestly, I like the Legion set. I already had some stuff saved up just from playing for like a month or two, waiting for this. So I got maybe Seekers done. I got Brawlers done, Novas mostly done. Um, I personally think it was hyped up a little too much. They're not
I
like this
agree.
unstoppable force. They're like, oh my gosh, Seekers. It's like they're very much beatable. Um, they're very hand demanding. So if you pressure them enough early enough, which a lot of the plans do, got Pale Moon goals can really just destroy them. They're in trouble. Um, but for the most part, they're good. Cycling the hills is their hugest strength. Um, but I personally like Novas and Brawlers. I think the amount of consistent pressure that they can put on is just incredible. So yeah, I have pretty good Legion decks right now. Um, but definitely, I'm looking forward to the other ones like Shadows. I think is going to be my top one, hopefully.
Okay, okay, and that comes out next set, right?
I believe so, yeah. But
Yeah.
Genesis is really good now too. Genesis is crazy.
Yeah, I was streaming a match earlier, and Genesis was looking disgustingly good, like better than Seekers. I'm like, everybody talk about Seekers. I just saw this deck reset columns for multi swings, put crits on, recycle heals, hit the heals 3 times in a row, and have PGs. That's
Yep,
disgusting.
exactly. They'll go crazy. Like it's over. It don't even matter what's in your hand. So yeah, they built up Seekers way too much. They should have been on Genesis and like Novas.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I was let down with my expectations of what I thought Secrets was going to be versus what they are. Not saying they aren't a
Yep.
good deck. I like decks that are, good, not overpowered. You could just diversify what the meta is, so you can see a lot of variety now, which is good. But like you said, I thought it was going to be this just oppressive deck that everybody brings. But it's like you could actually be okay really sticking with the golds and shadows.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, they're not this overwhelming force that you see them. You're just like, oh, GG. Like, no, absolutely not.
So with that being said, what are your goals now, individually, and then I know for clan battle side of things, I believe your team made it to the playoffs, right?
Yeah, we made it. We ended up being the first in the division, which was a good icing on the cake. I was like, wow, we did pretty darn good. And right now, that's the focus. Right now, it's like, okay, listen, we gotta win this clan battles. Um, that's pretty much it right now. Then whatever little tournaments here and there I may join just to try to get used to playing against different decks, keep the skills sharp. But the main focus definitely clan battles.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. Now, word on the street is we might get a winter fest. I don't know if we'll get a fall fest, but we might get a winter fest. And I think you being a winner would automatically get an invite to it. Would you run it back?
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, heck yeah, I'm down for that. Because
Yeah.
JP had a Winterfest.
Yeah, that's
So
what
I
I'm
mean, I don't
saying.
see
And
why we shouldn't.
I think their top 8 all got invites. Actually, I don't know. They switch things up when they get to global, but I would imagine the champion should get an invitation to the next one, guaranteed.
Oh shoot, yeah, I'm down. I'm in there. We're gonna definitely try to run that back.
Okay, okay. Other than that, I mean, those are pretty much the extent of my questions. Any shout outs that you want to give?
Yeah, like like always, I definitely want to shout out my clan AL4. The support that they gave was crazy. It kept me hyped up, ready to go. Like I said, shout out to my wife. She was there too, supporting me, helping me out, keeping me abreast. Like, don't worry, Sean, you can do it. So definitely shout out there, and also too, just shout out to your server and also Coco server. And it's like I said, without joining those daily tournaments, training, and I definitely wouldn't be able to do it. So definitely big ups.
All right, that's what I like to hear. So I think that is pretty much gonna wrap up this episode of Critical Trigger with the Springfest champ himself. Oh yeah, people been asking if we are gonna do a little best of three, champ versus champ.
And you know what? They like seeing me get washed on stream. That's what it is. So
Nah, I think they want to see me get washed. I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure that's
know.
what it is.
Last time I heard you was taking out the PNS members. I mean, that's a level right there. So, uh,
Nah.
but
I had a good day. I had a good day.
no, but I'm down, man. I'm always good for a good plan. Like I said, it's only gonna make me better. So I'm definitely down.
All right. I'll look for an opportunity to set that up. It'd be nice for it to be a little bit of a bigger venue. Maybe like somebody was suggesting All Star weekend for clan battles or something like that. So I'll keep you posted on that.
All right, so I'm good.
All right. But otherwise, to all the listeners out there, show your love and support for Mushi. And yeah, till next time.